We are back and you are still watching the Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference on SNA Livestream. You are with me, Billy Capistrano. Joining me today, of course, kilala nyo siya, Michelle Gumabao from the Cool Smashers, also Binibining Pilipinas Globe. And you can see on our star cam, ayan si Jovi Prado ang pinili nyong ma-feature sa ating star cam. Now, let's talk about set number 1. Michelle, Angels nga, nakuha nga yung set na yon from the Fighting Warays, 25-15.
It was the attacks that really separated the game of the Angels from the Fighting Warays in the first set. And it all was credited to the reception of the Angels na it was consistent the whole first set. Kaya sila nakaka-execute ng plays. And of course, their service aces. Kaya rin hindi maka-execute ng play itong Fighting Warays. Talagang binigay ng Angels yung power nila. Pinakita nila yung power nila in terms of service. Nahirapan sa reception itong Fighting Warays. Kaya hindi sila nakakapag-execute ng play. Pero Billy, the unforced errors, nakita natin, nagpapalit-palit lang sila in terms of unforced errors. Kaya malaking bagay yon kapag dikit yung laban. So we want to see both teams really focusing on their services for this second set.
Ayun nga, itong Angels in the early part of that set, they were victorious with regard to their service aces or their serves. Pero sa latter part naman ng set na yon, 3 consecutive service errors. Now that is something that they need to work on here in set number 2 kung gusto nilang ipagpatuloy ang pagpanalo ng mga sets. We got Chi Saed serving and a good serve for her. Negrito pupunta dito and another early rally going on here for both teams. Great save. We got Mercado. Power attack Negrito. And that is good for
Samporn for the Fighting Warays.
For Amporn.
Amporn rather.
Yes. She's a middle that they converted to an outside and she can still play her same game, which is very, you can, for a volleyball player, malaking bagay yun kasi middles usually have a hard time transitioning to wing spikers.
So here we look at the scores. Both teams now with 1 point apiece.
That was Limareva's 9th point for this game alone. 5 from attack, 6 from attacks, and 3 from her services. Ace from the first set.
Proving to be effective here for the Angels. And no one was there here for the Fighting Warays. Parang na out of focus ng konti ang girls dahil napunta nga puntos sa Angels.
4th service ace for Lena Limareva here in this game.
And she will continue to serve for the girls in white. Negrito, Jovi Prado. Inclona was there. Track sends it to the other side. And a point here for the Fighting Warays as we go to Twitter to read some of your tweets. This is from Plain Simple 29. Awesome. Hello, Miss Globe. Watching live stream while waiting for my class. Hello from Cebu. More power.
Hello, Plain Simple 29. Ano kaya yung name niya? Plain Simple.
Tanongin natin siya para mag-greet mo siya na
tayo yung nag-ask.
But of course, maraming salamat sa lahat na nanonood sa amin all over the world. Of course, nationwide. Thank you so much for tuning in kahit na maulan. So baka sa bahay lang kayo.
What better way, diba, than to tune in and watch volleyball
habang
and be entertained by Billy and I.
And a service error again here for the Angels care of Layog. Angels at 3, Fighting Warays at 2. If you guys want to tweet anything else, if you have any requests or mga greetings, tweet nyo kami at ABS-CBN Sports gamit ang hashtag na PVL on ABS-CBN or hashtag AskMG on PVL. Paneng Mercado no go. Sang Muang was there. Negrito, free ball here for the Angels. Chi Saed to Limareva. Limareva, another point for her.
They've been going to Limareva, although Chi Saed has a full front line. She still goes to her back row, Limareva, which has been consistent in terms of scoring in that back row because yung power niya iba talaga eh, and yung bola hindi siya pababa. So mahirap talaga siyang depensahan.
May angle talaga yung mga palo niya. Well, good decision making from Chi Saed who sends it to track. And they chase that ball. And it's a chance ball for the Fighting Warays. Joby Prado outside for the team captain.
Hard angle for Joby Prado. That ball was almost going inside the court of the Angels and she tried to save that ball pero nasobrahan naman. You think sometimes Billy na may blocker sa harapan mo pero hindi mo siya nare-realize, late mo na nare-realize na wala ka pala katapat sa kabilang court.
Dahil nga ang bilis ng pangyayari lagi sa volleyball, you always have to be aware of your surroundings. At kung sino yung nasa harapan mo. Joey Prado serving. Shen Cruz pupunta kay Paneng Mercado. Another chance ball for the girls in blue. Shen Cruz was there. Outside, point for the Angels.
Marzan wasn't able to convert that gift ball, that free ball. It hit the net. The net sometimes, hindi mo alam kung makakatulong ba siya sa'yo or makakasama ba siya sa'yo because it's really unpredictable. You really have to time your spikes well in order to control each and every ball.
Prado finds the corner.
Speaking of timing your spikes well, on the dot yon. Konting-konti na lang at outside na. Natouch siya ng maayos. At putos for the Fighting Warays who were down just by 1 point against the Angels. So good start here for both our teams. Chisa ito Nunag, soft touch. Negrito. And scrappy play is good for the Angels. Negrito Samwang. Chisaet, Limareva.
Two touches.
Two touches, a violation called on the Angels. Fighting Warays, they finally tie this game 6-all.
Chisa wasn't in position. She wanted to push that ball outside to Limareva, which is always a sure point for Limareva. It was a good choice, but too much push on that.
Bumawi.
Nails it in.
Bumawi si Chisa at si Limareva. Point for the Angels. Trying to get away from the Fighting Warays as Nunag will be serving for the girls in white.
Just like in the first set, we started the first set, Billy, na isa't-isahan lang din yung score ng bawat kupunan. Pero lumayo nga itong Angels dahil sa kanilang reception and in their services as well.
And as you can see, Angels nga at 8, Fighting Warays at 6. Both teams, wala pa rin panalo sa ating quarterfinals. Kung ganun yung sitwasyon mo, Michelle, sa tingin mo, ano yung nagiging mindset ng bawat koponan?
Well, when you're in a game, your mindset always has to be to win. So whenever you're in the game, kailangan you apply everything you do in practice. Yung focus mo kailangan nandun. And yung errors mo talaga kailangan mabawasan. So yung services, yung errors na nagagawa ng mga koponan natin today, yun yung kailangan nila maging mindful about those things because those are like your free passes. Being in the service line is like a free throw for volleyball. And kailangan talaga magawa ng paraan and makakontribute ka through that area.
Now we are going to talk about the previous game against the Perlas Spikers. Itong Tacloban Fighting Warays. They did face the Perlas Spikers who were on a roll as we said a while ago. They're continuing their winning streak. And the Fighting Warays dropped that game. As you can see, ito nga yung stats natin sa larong yun.
This was only a 3-set game. This was the same day that the Angels and the Lady Warriors went up against each other. And we see the discrepancy dun sa spikes. Malaking bagay yung 48-30 spikes nitong Perla Spikers. And malamang is nakita natin yung struggle na naman ng Fighting Warays to be consistent on their reception. But they also had more service aces compared to the Perla Spikers. So we see that they're very consistent on their services as we see also in this game.
So we can say na consistency nga ang problema ng Fighting Warays. They're a very talented team mixed with young and veteran players in the form of the imports. But here in the reinforced conference, still struggling to find their fire, yung consistency na kailangan nila. And Clona. Ball is still alive here for the Fighting Warays. Track Chisaet. back to track against that one to go.
Chisa really looking for the open hitter. Everybody was going to layog on that free ball, but Jack was there ready and waiting for that ball. Chisa, the talent of the setter, you can see, alam niya dapat kung kanino ibibigay yung bola para mas mapadali yung trabaho ng mga spikers.
So great decision making by our veteran setter, of course. Angels at 11, fighting Warays at 7. That was too strong for the fighting Warays. Chisa is serving once again for the Angels. And a misreceive for the fighting Warays. So sinabi mo nga, one of their problems here in this game, consistency ng receptions nila.
And just like in the first set, this is what the Angels need to be able to pull away from the fighting Warays. And reception has been a constant struggle for the fighting Warays in today's game. And nakikita mo yung frustration din sa mukha ni Kyle Negrito because she is also one of the veteran setters in the UAAP playing for FEU. And she's also a very, very talented setter with attacker mentality yan eh. Di ba? Lagi natin siya nakikita umatake. Pero in this game, wala pa tayong nakikita from Kyle Negrito in the likes of attacking or dropping. Yung mga 1-2 play niya, hindi pa natin nakikita because you can only execute that with a good pass.
So, kaya nga nakikita nga natin na she has a little, when you look at her right now, she does look a little bit frustrated with how her team is playing with a lack of reception.
Petro, Gazz, number 5.
So, tignan natin kung makakabawi itong fighting Warays. Still lots of volleyball and play, but there we go again. They can't keep this up if they want to win their first game here in the quarterfinals.
It's not like the first round, Billy, that your losses don't mean anything because everyone's going in the quarterfinals. But here in the quarterfinals, only the top 2 teams will be needed to advance towards the semis. And every point, every win, every loss will matter for your standings here.
Kasi kung titignan mo, parang second chance mo na rin.
Yes.
So why will you give up that second chance? If you have the opportunity to make it in the semifinals. Yan si Janet Panaga na sa likod namin. Kaya
hello!
distract ng konti. Pero babalik tayo sa laban na ito. Angels continuing to bring that fire here in this game. Especially our import, Limareva.
Basta tinataas ni Chisa kay Limareva yung bola. Sure point.
It's like they've been playing for so many years itong dalawang to. That chemistry is definitely there.
Finds the hole.
Di magpapatalo si Amporn dun sa power ng palo niyang yon. Fighting and trying to stay alive here in the second set.
Of course, si Amporn, veteran na import na rin yan. Sanay na siya sa Philippine volleyball style of playing. They chase it. And it is effective. Samwang sends it to the other side. Shen Cruz, Chisa it to track this time.
Runner.
You rarely see a lefty Billy run and do that running spike. Kaya sobrang effective siya because nobody knows how to stop it. You rarely see it. And here, with the helps of Chisa, talagang yung pag-execute nila ng mga plays nila ng Angels here in the second set is very flawless.
Nabigla doon ng fighting Warays. At kaya nga, in the lead ang Angels 16-8. And now we're gonna talk about Anastasia Track. Oh, Heather Ganaw rather for the Tacloban fighting Warays kontra Perla Spikers. She got 8 digs, 7 receptions.
Heather Ganaw not being able to see much playing time for today's game, but she did have a huge impact in terms of the back row defense. Usually, hinuhugot talaga nitong ni Coach Ness for the fighting Warays kapag kailangan nila ng tulong when it comes to receiving and digging on the back row. And Heather Ginoo also producing numbers for her team in terms of spiking and serving. So she's really an all-around player. That's why it's called a utility star kasi kaya niya gawin lahat and she does it very well.
But yes, we have yet to see her in this matchup against the Angels. Hoping to see her later on. For sure, magko-contribute yan si Heather Ginoo. And balik nga sa laro natin, 16-8. Angels on a roll here in this game. Limareva serving. Another misreceived here for the Fighting Warays. That problem with the reception really hounding them in this game.
I think we know the directive from Coach Jerry with his girls because they've been targeting Sangwang since the first set. And it's been effective for them. Chisai did it a while ago and they've been gaining a lot of aces all throughout the game.
Negrito to Jovi Prado, and this is a chance ball for the Angels. Layog!
Drop shot.
Soft touch. Konting effort lang, pero pasok.
As long as you find that open spot in your opponent's court, you don't need power, you don't need angles. As long as you can put the ball there, control the ball, it's an easy point for you. Layog also scoring more for her team this game compared to all her other games.
Kahit rainy weather, ganadong maglaro itong si Layog. Paneng Mercado. Negrito to Jovi Prado.
Prado on the hit out.
And a point for the Fighting Warays. We're down by 9 points this time, 18-9. And Esguerra serving for the Fighting Warays. Cruz Saed to Mercado. Nandoon si Ann Esguerra. And a point for Popcorn.
That's where you see Negrito's maturity, sending that ball all the way to the other side of the court. And with the waiting umpire in there, alam mo na kayang-kaya niya gawa ng paraan.
Libre-libre.
Oo, and as long as you see the ball up here dito sa court ng Fighting Warays, nagagawa naman nila ng paraan. It's just the first ball has been really a struggle for them this game.
But every time the Fighting Warays try to catch speed, itong Angels naman biglang bawi kaagad. Especially with the help of their imports.
Serving for the Angels.
19-10 ang score natin. Layog will be serving for the Angels. Negrito to Amporn. Overcooked for our Thai import. Angels inching closer to ending set number 2. We got Alyssa Layog with 5 attack points already here in this game. And Amporn, it's the imports working together. Point here for the Fighting Warays.
Amporn scoring her last game. She's always the highest scorer for the Fighting Warays, but her last game she only scored 12 points against Perlas. So now we want to see more of her, Jovi Prado, Sangwang, hopefully for the Fighting Warays, because everybody here in Angels, in the team of the Angels, talagang ano sila eh, consistent sila eh. They're always there. You have Paneng Mercado, you have Trach, and Nunag also, Layog, and Chisait also sometimes scoring in her services. So it's really a team effort for the team of the Angels.
But as you were saying that, Michelle, bumabawi unti-unti itong Fighting Warays. As you can see, 20-13. Consecutive points for the girls in blue. Trying to match up that energy of the Angels. Paneng Mercado, cross-court is good for former Lady Spiker.
21-13.
Nakakatawa itong Angels. May drums pa talaga sila, di ba?
Oo, syempre magpagising dito sa panahon eh.
Dito sa Phil Oil Flying B Center.
Kaya yung aura ng mga players nila nakangiti. They're enjoying the game, although they're serious, but they're enjoying each and every point.
Ball still alive. Point for the Fighting Warays. Here of Sangwang.
Struggled getting that ball up, but as long as you send it to the outside, the wing spikers of the Fighting Warays are their aces. So kailangan madala talaga nila kay Sangwang, kay Prado, kay Amporn yung bola, and they have hopes of scoring a point and getting back here in the second set.
And speaking of Heather Ginoo, here she is playing now for the Fighting Warays. Guillerma also here. Too low for track. Point for the Fighting Warays.
6 points na lang, Billy. No, bumabalik na pa konti-konti yung laro nitong Fighting Warays. And we want to see what Heather Ginoo also can bring to the table.
So pwedeng magic bunot yan ni Coach Ness dito sa second set. And we will see nga kung makakahabol itong Fighting Warays. But the Angels really, it looks like they really want to win this game. Seeing as both teams, as we keep repeating, wala pa talaga silang panalo dito sa quarterfinals. Every single game matters, especially at this point in the competition. And of course, we'll be reading some of your tweets once again. This one is from Tony Flick. Today cheering for my angel, Lena Limareva. And the Angels, same time when hosting awards gala for top Finland volleyball at Helsinki. Oh, there we go.
Wow, so far away. I wonder what the time difference. No oras kaya sa kanila nakakanood sila ng volleyball. They really make time to watch the PVL. So it's really good because being a player as well, Billy, di ba nakakapagbigay ka ng entertainment. You give them a chance to enjoy the sport that we all love so much.
I'm not sure if siya yung husband ni... Yes, siya nga confirmed. Siya ang asawa ni Lena Limareva Flick. That is her username. So parang siya si parang ikaw, ayaw niyang i-change yung, ayaw niyang ipalitan yung
don't wanna change your last
niya.
name. But she's playing one hell of a game today, and not only in her spikes, but also in her serves. Ever since the first set, she's already the highest scorer for the Angels.
Looks to be
in this game.
Inspired. Si Miss Lena Limareva Flick. Speaking of inspired, mukhang inspired talaga itong Angels. Still keeping that lead, 22-17. Fighting Warays, inuunti-unti nga ang lamang ng Angels. Oh, Judith Abil is here on the court. She will be serving for Tacloban. Paneng Mercado. Chisa and smart move. Nahabol ni Guillema. Chisa at Dunhunag. Konting effort lang. Ginoo Cruz. Side, pupunta kay Limareva. Great defense by the Fighting Warays. Ginoo. At that will be a point for the Angels. 2 points na lang at may papanalo na lang. Set number 2.
Tough angle for Heather Ginoo. Although that rally, you can credit to Judith Abil as well for putting up that ball. You rarely see Limareva's spikes getting dug up and still alive. So, yung mga bunot ni Coach Ness dito, malaking bagay for the Fighting Warays, utilizing his whole bench here in the second set.
Definitely digging deep itong si Coach Ness, trying to find the perfect pair or yung chemistry on the court na tutulong sa kanyang koponan. Guillema to Ginoo. And outside, says the ref, point for the Angels, who are now at set point.
17.
No spin on that ball. That sailed out for the Fighting Warays. Very crucial error for them as they have already gotten the momentum here in the second set.
And that is outside for Isguera. Binigay lang ang puntos na yon dito sa Angels and practically gave set number 2 to them.
Once again, their errors, Billy, kitang-kita natin, kahit na they were down, you really need to control your errors against a team like Angels who have been consistently scoring and consistently playing their game ever since the first set.
That's right, Michelle. Angels, they look like a brand new team dito sa quarterfinals or in this game rather. 25-17, set number 2 nakuha nga ng girls in white. Tignan natin kung maipapanalo na nila ang laro na ito. Magbabalik po ang Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference only here on SNA Livestream.